Coach, there will be time for reflection, certainly as the season goes on, but for what might be the final time in the East Bay, it is opening night of the NFL season here in Oakland, California. This was the scene a few minutes ago. The folks around the stadium clad in silver and black going to make every last game played in Oakland count. They're ready to go as their Raiders get set to match up with the Denver Broncos. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. Here's Flacco off the play fake to Lindsey. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And this is incomplete. Emmanuel Sanders, the intended receiver, and it's second down.
It leads to second and 10.
Dad, winning! I know you got it.
Now the young man who was a Pro Bowler as an undrafted rookie, it's Phillip Lindsay. Vontez Burfict, the one to get him down.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
Third play here, this opening drive as they're up against a 3rd and 5. Looking for Sanders, and it's intercepted. LaMarcus Joyner with a pick, and he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score. Well, it was 3rd down. Defensively, they were just hoping to make a play and get off the field, get their offense on. Instead, they did one better. Pick it off, take it into the end zone.
Well, they did what you said. They got off the field.
They're going to have to come right back on.
They're going to come right back on, but happily, right? They put the ball in the end zone. That's the way you start a game. That's the way you set the tone.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Now this Broncos offensive unit ready to head back out onto the field. They had the auspicious beginning to the season, a first drive turnover. Now they'll try again here, 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Lindsey. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Now it's Flacco. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
not a day in my life. As long as my dogs stay by my side. Yeah, we gon' ride till we die. This ain't nothing for the pack. Got 16 sitting in the lap. Whole squad all dressing all black. Every single last one of them got my back. Hey, 20 of us, that's 20 goons in the ice cream whip, triple scoop. I got 3 strikes, ain't got to lose. When it's all on the line, what you gonna do? Come on, I'm highly favored. Don't wanna blame me. No conversation, ain't got time for no debating. It's for the taking, no hesitation. Don't try my patience. I'ma pull out one for the set, boy, till there's nothing left. On a run to the bread until we all got them baguettes. Hear them footsteps coming, cause we coming for the check. We ain't gon' run, no we don't hide. I could never switch, not a day in my life. Long as my dogs stay by my side. Yeah, we gon' ride till we die. We ain't gon' run, no we don't hide. I could never switch, not a day in my life. As long as my dogs stay by my side. Yeah, we gon' ride till we die.
Cook it up, gourmet. I go Super Saiyan, go tank. Anything I ever do is top rank. Got more boys than a Shawshank. Cook it up, gourmet. I go Super Saiyan, go tank. Anything I ever do is top rank. Got more boys than a Shawshank. I don't wear ball mains. All I ever do is ball main. I am not a rapper, they all lame. I can power up and level up at any moment. Spitting like a semi, only give me semicolon. Couple zeros like I'm sending yell nets. Every flow is unmatched and I better get set in. Finish them. Mess around with me and I diminish them all. Even if I ever did the minimum all. In the end result, I better kill them all. Rogue one, but I got a team with me. Batman when I got a team with me. I get mean, I get green. Show the whole game what's never been seen. Cook it up, gourmet. I go Super Saiyan, go tank. Anything I ever do is top rank. Got more boys than a Shawshank. Cook it up, gourmet. I go Super Saiyan, go tank. Anything I ever do is top rank. Got more boys than a Shawshank.
Designer sneakers hurt my feet now. Every beat is getting beat down. Couldn't eat, well watch I eat now. Like how you getting paid to freestyle? Different cities every week now. Every woman is...
Coach, there will be time for reflection, certainly as the season goes on, but for what might be the final time in the East Bay, it is opening night of the NFL season here in Oakland, California. The pregame festivities here in Oakland have to be seen to be believed. This crowd in silver and black, they are fired up as their Raiders get set to face off with the Denver Broncos.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
And what is this? They're lining up here to punt on first down. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. And a great job on special teams to down it as this will be marked out inside the 5-yard line.
Down. You wide, 88. Let's go. 29.
47's the mic.
Hey, echo.
Carr now on first down. And he can't get away. Carr is going to go down, and that is a safety. Well, we thought these two defenses, they might come to play. One has already come to play here, a safety for the opening points of the game.
Brandon, let's file this play away because if it turns out to be a tight game, who knows? This could wind up being the difference.
And Denver getting set to take the field. I would say they went 3 and out last time, but actually they didn't even get to 3 and out. Still a strange decision to us here in the booth.
Yeah, let's hope they don't go 1 and out, but maybe, possibly, let's try and think with them here. Try and play field position maybe, turn the ball over, put it in the hands of their defense. Who knows?
You're a nice man. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch. Now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Mike, behind. Block 80. Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
And down to a knee. That's one way to call a play. Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And what in the world? Not sure if he just heard a whistle there or what, but for some reason he spiked the football. And now he spiked it on 3rd down. I don't know if he heard a whistle. There was no whistle. He just got up and spiked it. Well, the Broncos had 15 fourth down conversions last year, most in the NFL, and they're going here.
I don't know why you would do that. It's almost guaranteed points the other way. I mean, I get it if it's a late game situation, maybe even 4th and inches. But, boy, that's a huge risk to take.
Yeah, now they're set up in prime position going the other way. Our game not even 2 minutes old, but a quick red zone opportunity. They have a 1st and 10 at the 18. Now Carr, and that is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. An 18-yard touchdown grab, and the Raiders have taken the lead.
We see this route all the time, but when it's well executed, it's a beauty.
And it feels like the fade takes forever to develop, like that ball is just hanging in the air.
And the reason why is that the receiver is trying his best to work the defender inside and give himself space to fade away from him and catch the football, and that's exactly what happened there.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead is up to 5. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover.
10 Lobo. Protein spill.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run pass option. He's got his tight end, Jake Bunt. And all the way down to the 40-yard line. A huge play there for Denver. 45 yards.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. The big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pumps from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game.
On the set.
Check. Watch 54. Watch 54.
On 2nd and 11 now. Lock. Sanders has it over the middle. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Open man, and that's his tight end, Jake Butt. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Broncos with their first trip to the red zone thus far. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 15. That's complete to Jake Butt. Give him a couple on the catch at 2nd and 8.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal, because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
On 2nd down, a run with Lindsey. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. A 13-yard touchdown run. And the Broncos have retaken the lead. And there you go. Nothing really too complex. Block, keep your assignments, let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking, beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
Let's go.
Now the Oakland offense heading back onto the field to take over. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again. And he will not get away from the pressure here. Carr taken down. The sack there by Bradley Chubb.
Well, that's the second time he's been sacked so far in the first half, and if they have designs on having a big year, on going anywhere, they've got to find a way to keep him up.
And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. Todd Davis in there to drop him, and sacks on 1st and 2nd downs. Now leads to a 3rd and long. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. He's going to float this over the middle deep. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. Now after the punt on that play, we've got a man down on the field. Boy, not what you want to see in quarter 1 of the new year. We'll be back. Good starting position for the Broncos here as they come up 1st and 10. The drive will commence with a run by Lindsey. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because when they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd down, it's Lindsey. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Give him 14 on that one and a 1st down.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
Throwing on 1st down is Lock. He'll let this thing go for Sam. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. A huge play there for Denver. 42 yards. They'll run with Lindsey. And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3.
And a nice job defensively to keep him out of the end zone. He was trying to get his 2nd touchdown already in the first half.
They had that one earlier, was bidding for a 2nd. 2nd and goal from the 1. On 2nd down, here's Lock. The quick slant caught. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. From a yard out, and the Broncos will add on to their lead.
The tight end position has always been dangerous, especially in the red zone, short field. But now even more so because these tight ends aren't necessarily the tight ends of old. They're the rocked-up wide receivers who have a little bit more speed, way harder to cover than before.
Well, week one finally wrapping up here tonight, but more football coming your way Thursday night. It'll be the Buccaneers and Panthers in an early season NFC South battle in Charlotte. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. He'll have a first down past the 40 as he'll get this one up to the 44-yard line. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
On 1st and 10, here's Carr. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. It's caught at the 10. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. Tyrell Williams. 56 yards, and the Raiders are able to strike quickly for 6. Extra point by Carlson, up and good, and the lead is down to 2. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. This will be taken in at the 1. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
And Denver getting set to take the field. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides of this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
What a play that turns out to be, 36 yards.
As we've seen over the years, offense coordinators will often ease their way into drives. Many of them don't want to risk a turnover, put their defense in a bad spot, but not in this case.
Not at all. Forget about easing into it. They took a shot. It worked.
Nothing fancy on 1st down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, you often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule. On 2nd and 1, Locke. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Locke going to try and throw on 3rd down. Got him in. He finds Sanders. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a 1st down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And we remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll hand things off to the coach, Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have a look back at a very intriguing opening weekend in the NFL. In on the stoppage to hear Whitehead.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now Locke throwing on 2nd down. Finds Jake Butt over the middle. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. A 1st down there on a pickup of 25.
I know that halftime's approaching, but I don't think he's going to want to take a break. That's his 5th catch.
Yeah, they've really been targeting the tight end. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Phillip Lindsay, the intended target, but it'll be 2nd and goal.
When you got your backs in the shadow of your goal line, you've got to be physical in that situation because there's not a whole lot of space, not a lot of wild plays that can be run there.
It's put up or shut up time. Defensively, nice job just to make sure they didn't complete it on that play. Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. Two incompletions haven't moved him any closer. And likely throwing again, you'd have to think on 3rd and goal here. They'll try to run with Lindsey. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. The offense stays out there. A big challenge here from this far back, but they're going for it on 4th and goal. They'll go for it. It's locked. And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. Jake Butt already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Broncos will extend their lead. Extra point from McManus is good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And now Oakland ready to take the field. Inside of a minute left in the half, does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do or, I guess, don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more?
Pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. Von Miller doing what he does best with a sack.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely he's been on constant duress. This
Antonio Brown, kiss him goodbye. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. Antonio Brown, 83 yards. And the Raiders are able to strike quickly for 6. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead is down to 2. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on 1st down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
To throw again on 2nd down. Lock. And that's caught inside the 35. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Emmanuel Sanders in the final seconds of the first half. And the Broncos able to show off their quick strike ability. McManus's point after is good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. An incredibly short kick fielded way up there. And solid field position here to start as they get it out to the 40-yard line. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. The final shot here before half for Carr. He's airing it out for Williams. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Kareem Jackson. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. So we have reached halftime here in the final game of opening weekend 2019. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach. We'll see if week one fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Carr and the Raiders come up first and 10 at their own 23.
93.
Working from the gun, it's Carr. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. That one goes for 36 yards. Obviously, they're not where they want to be right now on the scoreboard. Big plays like that, though, that'll trend them in the right direction.
Yeah, a few more like that, they'll be right back in the game. And if they can continue to do that, maybe they'll inspire their defense as well and get a few stops.
And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. And between the last two plays, they moved it over half the length of the football field. On first down, Richard. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for second down.
Down, 180.
47. Check, 47. 3 bucks. Check 31.
Five down.
Throwing on second and 14. Carr. And he's going to be taken down. Back around the 35-yard line. Bradley Chubb, his second sack of the night. Carr and the Raiders following the sack, looking up at a 3rd and long.
35's the
One, later one.
Mike 30.
Hey, Charlie. What's up?
Shotgun now for Carr. He's airing it out for Williams. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. Both defenses have had their struggles, but they've been good enough to get them this lead, and another nice play there to help preserve the lead.
It's been a game of punch, counter punch, hasn't it? All throughout. But this time, the big swing was taken, and it didn't land. Nice play by them on defense.
That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. This offense has had a lot to like in this game. I don't know that last play, though, is going to make the highlight reel.
It's not going to make the highlight reel, but it will be the focus of the film session that the team has to sit through. I've sat through those before. Never any fun. You're always excited about your good plays, and they actually fast forward through those. All right, that was good. All right, great. They get to the bad ones and really illuminate them. Not cool.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Deshaun Hamilton, the intended receiver, but now it'll be 3rd down. The Broncos on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. Throwing his lock on 3rd down. Escaping the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to 4th down.
Partner, the way this offense has marched up and down the field during this game, it's almost a surprise to see an incomplete pass on 3rd down, isn't it?
Yeah, they have had their foot on the gas all game long, but here finally stalling out. A 41-yard punt there with no return, and the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. 2nd and 12 after the first down pass play went backwards for 2 yards. To throw is Carr. Renfro bringing it in over the middle. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 15 yards on the play, first down.
Well, as this game continues to evolve in the NFL, you know how much coaches love run after catch, but you know what they love even more? Completion.
Yeah, just holding on to the ball.
Catch it, cover it, tuck it away. Whatever you get after that is almost gravy. That's how a lot of these receivers are being taught now.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. To throw again. Carr over the middle here to Brown. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 11 yards there, first down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Carr now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. They'll run on first down. Richard, and he's going to be down at the 35. Gain of 7.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down. That fits the bill.
They'll keep it on the ground. Richard, and this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
Whip. Watch the whip. 4-7's the mic. 4-7's the mic.
734. Hey, foxtrot.
47's the mic. Set the tone, defense.
On first down, Carr. And that would not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time has now run out on this third quarter of play. Back now in the East Bay. It's Raider football here, but they're on the short side of the scoreboard right now as we begin the fourth. Derek Carr, 3 fourth-quarter comebacks for the Raiders last year, and they only won 4 games total, so they've got some experience dealing with tight ones. Carr will try it again on second down. Caught out right by Renfro. And down inside the 15 he goes. 19 yards the pickup there. Move the chains.
What I love about watching the passing game nowadays is that the one-dimensional receiver is really starting to leave the game. You've got to be able to do it all. Of course, you got to run fast. Of course, you got to catch the ball. But route running savvy and toughness, there's a premium for all of that now.
Now a nice play defensively on first down as this is knocked away and incomplete.
You got to give some credit. They're able to hop up in the air and bat that one away. And that's frustrating for an offensive lineman because the only recourse is when he goes in the air to try and get some type of a pop or a shove, hoping to bring his arms down.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. From 13 yards out. And the Raiders are back within a score. Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion. Now Carr again to the goal line, but it's incomplete. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite, but in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a 2-point conversion, all that exit, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
A great Monday night to wrap up the week in football. 2 division rivals and a great finish ahead as we come up on 1st and 10. Clock now to throw. That's caught left side by Jake Butt. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. And never good on a pass completion there to go the wrong way. Lost yardage.
No, for some reason it seems to work better when you throw it downfield or you can move the ball downfield running it that way, doesn't it? But in this case, if you're the defensive guys, you're energized, executed well, and you caused a lost yardage play. That's going to feel good and look great in film.
And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked by Darryl Worley. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. So the first interception of his career under center, and you knew it was going to happen sooner or later.
It has to. And I know he feels like the world is just tumbling down at this moment, but there's got to be some veteran somewhere, some mentor that's going to tell him, hang in there, my man. Plenty more to come. Keep firing.
And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Isaiah Crowell, 36 yards. And the Raiders have retaken the lead. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how are we going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
The Broncos take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Some pretty good games all weekend. We may have saved the best for last. This Monday night game has been a dandy. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He's got a man. Complete. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. It's a gain of 35. On first and 10, it's Lindsey. And he only manages a couple here down to about the 38-yard line.
That could very well be a defining play in this game. A touchdown, that gives them the lead, and they took a major step towards getting there with that big play right there.
A big spot now for the rookie lock. This one complete to the running back, Lindsey. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4. From the gun on 3rd down, Locke. Looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
A 51-yard attempt.
And his kick is absolutely perfect. And in the 4th quarter, this game is tied. I tell you, the life of a kicker. He has not been called on the entire game. He's over there by the net, but they send him out here in the 4th quarter and say, hey, go tie the game, will you? And guess what? He comes through.
I just don't know how they do it. I really don't. These cats are a different breed from you and me. That's a pressure kick, but that one was never in doubt.
Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They begin with a run by Crowell. And he'll wind up with about 6 up past the 30 to the 31.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. From the 31, Carr. Man open left side is Brown. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down. And he's certainly been a huge factor in this one. He's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the 1st.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him, double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many guys are in his area.
He certainly looks to be in that groove right now.
Express. 47.
On 1st down, Richard. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Short gain, last two plays. Who do you think's excited about that?
Absolutely, this defense, they're saying go right ahead with those. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
You better bring it. You better bring it. I'm letting you know right.
Carr to throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Brown. Antonio Brown, kiss him goodbye. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. Antonio Brown with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns. And the Raiders have moved out in front. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And they will take a 7-point lead. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Let's go.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Set, ready? 60 Pittsburgh. Hey, high 7. Mike, go.
Check 59. You never read.
Let's go.
He's back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. Philip Lindsay, the intended target, but it's going to be 2nd down. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22.
Look at me. Zipper. 80 weapons. Hit it.
Back to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Lindsay.
Here we go.
I don't know that those medium 5-ish yard gains are going to do it right now. Probably should have dropped it, right?
Yeah, that way you save more time on the clock. But I know receivers, they think they can catch it and break a tackle and turn it into a big gain.
Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Sanders. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Sanders has it over the middle. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Now the Broncos going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
They're not ready for this. Yellow.
He'll look to throw. Wide open receiver complete. Now the Broncos will use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 33 seconds remaining.
Here we go.
Yellow. Go.
Back to throw. Forced out to his left. And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds right around the 7. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
They'll look to throw toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Cortland Sutton was the man he was looking for, and it's 3rd down. What a play. Maybe a game-saving play on the knockdown there.
That was beautiful, wasn't it? If you're looking at it from the defense's perspective, it looked like they had a shot at it, maybe a completion.
And yes, he's into the end zone. So they get the late score they needed. And now the extra point can tie this thing up in the final minute. McManus now for the extra point. And no sweat, he puts it through, and we are tied here in the 4th. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this 4th quarter. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee and they'll put it out to the 25.
What now? 180.
47. I'm going to come back to you. I'm going to come back to you.
47. To throw his Carr. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Brown. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ball game.
First down at the 45-yard line.
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already.
6-18. 4-7's the mic. 4-7's the mic. Smooth.
Now Carr. He's going deep for Brown. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Kareem Jackson. And he will take it out to the 25-yard line.
His guys take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here we go. 30 base. We got. Hey, let go.
After the turnover, here's Locke. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now.
So we're right back where we started. All even as the kick's away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Carr and the Raiders come up first and 10 at their own 24. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Steps away to his left. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now second down. As a fan of the NFL, for an opener, you can't ask for much more than this overtime in week 1.
I know it's hard to believe that some people may not have been watching our game, but I'll bet through social media they found out this one was snug and getting into overtime, and they flipped over here in a hurry.
And the Broncos get there and take him down. Bradley Chubb able to drop him that time for his second sack of the evening.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Don't get nervous. Protein spill.
Kill. Turn up. Showing that.
29.
On third and long, it's Carr. Flush to his right. Now on the run. He'll throw it back deep. Oh, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line. A costly mistake here in OT.
And you know what they say, when you throw an interception like that in overtime, you don't usually get a chance to throw a second one. I mean, I'm not sure the analytics on it. Let's ask Marvin, our statistician, to ring that down for us. That's typically how coaches and teams feel about it. If you throw one, you likely cost yourself the game.
They'll run. It's Lindsey. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
They'll go again with Lindsey. And this will be taken across midfield and into Raider territory. That second down run, a big help. The 7 yards leaves them with just a 3rd and 3 now. And what can Locke do with his drive? Flushed out right. Got a man. He finds Sanders. And he is in for the score. And it is absolute stunned silence here as they win it on the road in overtime. Partner, a great game that we got to see, and making it extra special.